What's up, guys? Ryan Wilson here, Predator Inc. Today, I've got an absolutely amazing H1 Hummer up for sale. We went through this truck front to back, fixed everything that needed to be fixed, restored what needed to be restored. We didn't go over the top. We didn't turn this thing into a $400,000, $500,000 build. We're taking a different approach with this one. So this is a very attainable truck, reasonably priced for what it is. And she's dialed, went through the brake system, the engine, cooling stack, everything mechanically to bring it 100%. On top of that, we also did a miniature restoration, so to speak. It only has 60,000 miles, so it didn't take a lot. We have original interior on it. Not a lot of aftermarket work has been done to it, which is kind of cool because it was a blank canvas to work from. These trucks are getting a little bit older now, 20, 25 years old. We put on a brand new Predator D-ring brush guard on the front of it. Powder coated all the accessories, so the hood grille is powder coated, mesh behind it's powder coated, fresh black paint on Warren winch bumper down here, fresh Kevlar paint job. The paint job is done correctly. It's not a taped off, botched paint job. Oftentimes, that's kind of the shortcoming on the H1 Hummer, which is unfortunate because it is such an iconic vehicle. These things are only going up in value, and we see so many shoddy paint jobs out there, and it's very easy for them to save a whole heck of a lot of money by leaving the original glass in place and just taping off around it. This is the original glass we pulled out, put brand new seals on it, put it back into place. Coming over here, the window tracks are all brand new. We've got brand new window tint on it all the way around, stripped out the old stuff. It needed to be refreshed. The door handle bezels right here have been replaced, so those are all fresh, brand new. And then of course, powder coated door handles, door hinges are powder coated. It gets expensive doing that. These seals, I think off the top of my head, are probably pretty darn close to $1,000 just for one door track right here. All seals have been replaced, all fresh stuff. We powder coated the rocker panel protection down here to add some really cool contrast. You can go to the original color if you want to. I kind of like that black contrast on the Nardo gray. It definitely gives it a really cool look. Original rims on this were the one-piece steel rims. Tires were shot on it, completely out of date code. And these are the tires that I would run on here. These are the Toyo Open Country mud terrain tires. They also run very quiet down the road. Reason for that, it's kind of cool. The Toyo rep was in here. He showed me exactly why that is happening. When you're going down the road and you've got a big mud terrain tire like this, it creates a harmonic vibration. And that harmonic vibration is right down in this area here. And you get that heavy hum going down the road and that vibration feel. Then that's not necessarily from the lugs hitting the ground, but it's a harmonic resonance that's created down in this area. So in order to fix that, or at least alleviate a lot of that, they change up the lug pattern location. So if you look at like the lug pattern here, Jason, come on over here, take a look at this. So if you look at like this area right here, right? I can get my thumb in there just barely. It gets a little tighter here. Then come over here and look at that. Now it's opened up by a solid 1/4 inch. In other areas, it'll actually open up even more. I would say that's about 3/8 of an inch. It breaks up that harmonic noise that is created from these tires going down the road. That's why I really like them. We also have our stainless steel quick release CTIS lines on here. That is the central tire inflation system. And it's an onboard compressor. It actually mounts right here underneath the hood. And you can inflate and deflate the tires on the fly. You need to get a little bit more traction. You just simply deflate the tires. So instead of having, say, a footprint of this much of the tire on the ground, when it flattens out, it creates this bigger footprint that could literally triple the amount of traction that's on the ground. It's one of the only vehicles out there that has CTIS, which is a really cool feature. We did throw on brand new stainless steel braided CTIS lines. They're also dual isolating, so it isolates on the hub side and on the wheel side. That's kind of a cool feature because the way the system is designed, you have the front system up here, which are linked together, and the rear system back here that's linked together. When you hit inflate for the front, it's inflating both tires. By being able to isolate this side right here, you don't then have to run to the other side to disconnect that side before it goes flat. You simply disconnect this side right here, and you can take the wheel off. If you're not familiar with the H1 platform, 3 very unique characteristics of the truck that I'll hit on. The ground clearance is amazing on it. If you look down here, we're talking 16 to 18 inches of ground clearance down here, which is unheard of on most any off-road vehicle. The reason for that is the portal axle's up here for one, a little gearbox, and it has the input coming in high from the driveline and the output, which goes to the hub and the wheel assembly, is down lower. So input here and the output down here. And that gives you about, I think it's like 3.5 or 4 inches of added ground clearance by pushing that drive line down a couple inches. The second thing that they did is they put the engine, the entire drivetrain, inside the center tunnel of the vehicle. So that's why it's so wide. By doing that, they tuck the whole drivetrain up. Everything is kind of mounted between the driver on this side and the passenger over here. The third thing is the CTIS system. Not a full restoration. We didn't strip down the frame and powder coat the frame. No need to. The frame's in great condition. So we're underneath the hood of the H1 Hummer. Got the 6.5 turbo diesel engine. Puts out 195 horsepower and almost 400 foot-pounds of torque or so. And it's made it to 4L80E transmission. It's a nice package. It runs very well down the road. It has plenty of horsepower just as an everyday driver. Now, can you do better with the Duramax? Yes. Do you need to? Really depends on what you want. I mean, at the price point that this is at, this is a great running truck. It's got a great engine in there, ready to go as is. Now you can add the Duramax engine in there later on if you want to, or before you take it home. But as it sits right now, I wouldn't hesitate driving this at all. And in fact, I'm actually gonna be driving this home tonight through the weekend, and I'll probably be putting a couple miles on it before it sells. So if you guys are interested, hit us up right away before I rack up too many miles. Right now it's at 60,500 miles. And I put on about 80 miles on it already. It runs great with this engine. Let's go around the truck. I'll show you kind of what we've done here. Again, getting back to the powder coated package that we did, we took the vents off, powder coated those black. We've got the stainless steel hardware on there. If you look at this thing, it's pretty much brand new. Painted window frames here, the hinges, textured black. The handles are textured black. We've got brand new bezels around here. A marker light bezel right here is all textured black as well. We're looking for a little contrast there. And we went with clear marker lights all the way around. These are all red on the back here. The front ones are clear as well, and those are amber. It's just a standard, straightforward wagon. We powder coated the interior door panels here, gray interior on it. And again, it's a used vehicle, but it's very well kept, 60,000 miles on it. Headliner looks amazing. All the panels look really good for having 60,000 miles on there. I think there's only a couple little hidden nicks here and there. Very, very minor when it comes to any issues or flaws with the interior. And then also you can see stainless steel hardware along here on the hinge. Kind of gives a nice accent to it. Moving into the inside of the truck, this is one of the areas that we always look at. These door panels are in great shape. A lot of times these things sag out and they start to like bow out here. Door panels are in great shape. Interior is in great shape. Couple little nicks here and there, normal wear and tear. Just a nice, straightforward, clean, gray interior. When it comes to stock level interior, this is absolutely my favorite. I like the older trucks. I like that cockpit feel. It feels like I'm in a fighter jet. It fully wraps around. You've got all your instrumentation and cluster going around you. On this 99, you have an overhead console. So when you're sitting in that seat, it really truly feels like you're in a cockpit of a jet. One aftermarket upgrade, which is a Momo steering wheel. Otherwise, she is virtually bone stock. Factory gray seats here. Factory headliner, factory interior panels, factory monsoon sound system. You could go with like a flip out monitor with a backup camera. I think that's probably the only thing that I personally would add to this truck. Otherwise, I keep it bone stock. It's a great truck and an absolutely great price. The truck is up for sale right now. It's online. Let us know if you guys are interested because I know this one's gonna sell very quickly. It's priced right. We just had another customer call us as we were filming. Sanderson just walked by and he's like, hey, I got a guy coming by in 2 days taking a look at it. If this thing comes to market and hits YouTube and it's still for sale, if you guys are interested, let us know as quickly as possible. 1999, 60,500 miles on it. If you see us driving around Southern California, tag us, let us know. We'll share that online. Until next time, thanks for watching. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down below and see you guys soon.